Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rian Eka Fauziah. My NPM is 19220324, and this video is submitted to fulfill an assignment on and project site translating for the subject Indonesia English interpreting. So here in front of me there's a text about Ki Hajar Dewantara in Indonesia, and I will try to read it aloud in English. The story of Ki Hajar Dewantara's struggle as a national education fighter figure. Hello friends, who doesn't know the figure of Ki Hajar Dewantara? Many people know him because he is a well-known figure and has contributed a lot to the independence and progress of the nation. Ki Hajar Dewantara, also known as Raden Masuwardi Suryadingrat, was born on 2nd of May 1889 to Gusti Pangeran Arya Suryadingrat and Raden Ayu Sandia, who was the grandson of Paku Alam III from the royal family of the Yogyakarta Palace. During the Indonesian independence struggle movement, he was an activist and a pioneer in education for the natives during the Dutch colonial era. As a child from a noble family, little Suwardi had the opportunity to study together with European children at the Dutch East India School. Early in his education, Ki Hajar Dewantara attended the Europeische Lagere School, or ELS, or an elementary school for European children. After graduating from ELS, he continued his education at the school taught opleiding van Inlandse Artsen, or Stovia, or known as the Javanese Doctor's School, but unfortunately he did not finish. Ki Hajar Dewantara was a critical person and had a high concern for the state of the nation, which was then under Dutch colonial rule. The colonial era has made people live miserable and suffering. People are required to do forced labor, which makes people suffer even more. The ethical politics of the Dutch colonialists was a politics of reciprocation that gave the people a little hope for a better life. The Dutch wanted to repay the services for their policies and cruelty to the indigenous people, namely by building irrigation facilities, population distribution, health services, and establishing schools to reduce illiteracy. Over time, the implementation of ethical politics carried out by the Dutch gradually began to occur, in which the use of irrigation and irrigation facilities that were supposed to be used to irrigate agricultural land and plantations owned by the farmers was instead used for the benefit of the Dutch people and for the indigenous people. Very difficult. Education, which was originally intended for the general public, but in reality only the children of the rich and the children of the nobility can receive. Seeing that all of Ki Hajar Dewantara was moved in his heart so that he wanted to establish a school for the natives. His love for education was high. Finally, on 3rd of July 1922, Ki Hajar Dewantara founded a college or school which was named the Taman Siswa College. Through the Taman Siswa School, Ki Hajar Dewantara seeks to raise awareness in Bumiputra students of their rights to education. Taman Siswa College, besides emphasizing education, also instills a sense of nationality in students so that they want to love the nation and their homeland and strive to achieve the independence of the Indonesian nation. A national movement leader. Besides being a fighter in education, Ki Hajar Dewantara is also an activist for the Indonesian independence movement. As a result of his writings in newspapers, he was banished and exiled by the Dutch to Bangka Island on December 25th, 1912. Ki Hajar Dewantara joined a national movement organization called the Indonesia Party. In this organization, Ki Hajar Dewantara was not alone. He was accompanied by Dawes Dekker and Cipto Mangunkusumo. These three people are hereinafter known as the figures of the three tribes. The Indonesia Party actually had a good program and purpose, but the Dutch considered it wrong because it could arouse a sense of nationalism in the people who could move against the Dutch. Finally, on March 11th of March 1913, the Indonesia Party was rejected and dissolved by the Dutch government. Ki Hajar Dewantara has a very famous famous motto, namely Ingarsosung Tulada Imadia Mangun Karsa Tuturi Handayani. The motto has the meaning giving an example in the front, giving the encouragement in the middle, and the hand given encouragement. Thanks to his struggles and services in education, Ki Hajar Dewantara was awarded the title of Father of National Education and also as a national hero. Thus, my friend, the explanation of the story of the struggle of Ki Hajar Dewantara was very instrumental in contributing to the advancement of education in the nation and the Indonesian independence movement. We, as the young generation, must be able to respect and appreciate the services of his struggle, and more importantly, to be able to imitate, have aspirations, and have the enthusiasm to learn and fulfill independence as well as possible. Alright, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.